What if I told you that you don't need a Ferrari badge to dominate the road? What if the real performance monster isn't the flashy SUV from Maranello, but a four-door coupe from a Falterback? Today we're comparing two absolute powerhouses, the Mercedes-AMG GT 63S and the Ferrari Purosangue. And I'm going to give you clear, logical, performance-based reasons why the AMG GT 63S is actually the better overall machine. Let's get into it. Let's start with what really matters, power. The AMG GT 63S comes with a handcrafted 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, pushing out around 630 horsepower and 664 lb-ft of torque. That's brutal. 0 to 60 miles per hour? Around 3.1 seconds. Now, yes, the Ferrari Purosangue has a naturally aspirated V12 making about 715 horsepower. Sound impressive, right? But here's the thing. The Ferrari is heavier. It's an SUV. And despite that massive V12, the performance gap in real-world driving is not as dramatic as the numbers suggest. The AMG delivers insane torque earlier thanks to twin turbos. That means faster throttle response in daily driving, stronger mid-range pull, more usable street performance. And let's be honest, torque is what you feel. The AMG GT63S feels explosive. Here's where AMG really shines. The AMG GT63S was engineered as a performance-first four-door coupe. It sits lower. It feels tighter. It corners flatter. It has AMG Performance 4MATIC plus all-wheel drive, active rear-wheel steering, drift mode, adaptive air suspension. This car can transform from a comfortable cruiser to a track weapon in seconds. Now compare that to the Ferrari Purosangue. Yes, Ferrari engineered it beautifully. Yes, it handles incredibly well for an SUV, but at the end of the day, it's still an SUV with higher ride height and SUV proportions. Physics doesn't lie. Lower center of gravity always wins in cornering confidence. If you love aggressive, confident driving, AMG feels sharper and more planted. Let's talk about something practical. Price. The AMG GT63S starts significantly lower than the Ferrari Purosangue. The Ferrari is well over $400,000 depending on options. The AMG, roughly half that price depending on spec. Now ask yourself, is the Ferrari twice as exciting? Twice as fast? Twice as luxurious? Not really. With the AMG GT63S, you get supercar-level acceleration, four-door practicality, premium Mercedes luxury, cutting-edge technology, for a fraction of the Ferrari price. That's smart performance buying. Okay, we have to talk about sound. The Ferrari V12 screams, no doubt, but the AMG GT63S, it growls, it cracks, it pops, it sounds angry. The AMG exhaust system delivers one of the most aggressive V8 notes on the market. And because it's turbocharged, you also get that deep, thunderous low-end rumble that shakes the ground. Different personalities. Ferrari screams elegance and high-rev drama. AMG screams dominance and muscle. If you love raw, intimidating presence, AMG wins the drama battle. That here's something many people overlook. You're not driving at 200 miles per hour every day. You're commuting. You're traveling. You're living with the car. The AMG GT63S offers luxurious leather interior, dual widescreen digital displays, advanced MBUX infotainment, comfortable seating for 4 adults, and it's practical enough to use daily without stress. The Ferrari Purosangue is luxurious, absolutely. But Ferrari ownership often comes with higher maintenance costs, limited dealership access, expensive service intervals, more attention than some people want. The AMG gives you supercar performance with everyday usability. What if I told you the most exciting four-door performance car in the world isn't German? What if the ultimate blend of luxury, power, exclusivity, and emotion comes from Maranello, not a Falterback? Today, we're breaking down why the Ferrari Purosangue is not just another high-performance SUV and why it stands above the AMG GT63S in ways that truly matter. This is not just about speed. This is about presence, emotion, engineering, philosophy. Let's talk about why Ferrari wins. Let's start with the heart of the machine. The Ferrari Purosangue comes with a 6.5-liter naturally aspirated V12 producing over 700 horsepower. No turbos, no artificial sound enhancement, just pure mechanical symphony. In a world dominated by turbocharging, Ferrari chose to give you something rare, an old-school, high-revving V12 masterpiece. Now compare that to the AMG GT 63S. Yes, it has a powerful twin-turbo V8. Yes, it's fast, but turbocharged engines, while efficient, can't replicate the razor-sharp throttle response and screaming top-end rush of a naturally aspirated V12. The Purosangue revs past 8,000 revolutions per minute with a soundtrack that no V8 can imitate. This isn't just power. It's art. Let's be honest. Badge matters. The Ferrari name carries a level of prestige that even AMG, as powerful as it is, cannot match. Ferrari isn't just a car brand. It's a legacy built in Formula One, racing history, and decades of performance dominance. When you pull up in a Purosangue, you're not just arriving, you're making a statement. The AMG GT63S is impressive, but you'll see several on the road. The Purosangue? Rare, limited, highly exclusive. Ferrari doesn't mass-produce experiences, they curate them. If you value uniqueness and exclusivity, Ferrari wins. On paper, both cars are incredibly fast. But here's where Ferrari separates itself. The Purosangue was engineered to defy what an SUV can do. It has advanced active suspension technology, near-perfect weight distribution, lightning fast dual-clutch transmission, Ferrari's race-derived all-wheel drive system. Despite being taller than the AMG, it feels shockingly agile. Ferrari didn't just build a fast SUV. They built a Ferrari that happens to have 4 doors. The driving feedback, the steering precision, the chassis communication feels more connected and emotional than the AMG. And when you're spending this kind of money, emotion matters. Let's talk about drama. The AMG GT63S sounds aggressive, deep, loud, but the Ferrari Purosangue, it sings. That naturally aspirated V12 produces a rising crescendo that builds into a high-pitched scream as you climb the rev range. It's not just noise. It's orchestral. It's theatrical. Every acceleration feels like a performance. The AMG growls. The Ferrari performs. If you care about sound as an experience, Ferrari wins without question. Ferrari stepped up massively with the Purosangue interior. This isn't the minimalistic cabin of old Ferraris. This is cutting-edge design, dual cockpit layout, premium handcrafted materials, carbon fiber accents, advanced digital displays, rear hinge coach doors for dramatic entry. It feels special every time you open it. The AMG GT63S interior is luxurious, absolutely, but it follows the Mercedes formula. The Ferrari interior feels bespoke, designed around the driver, wrapped in exclusivity. You don't just sit in a Purosangue, you're enveloped in it. The AMG GT63S, like most luxury performance sedans, depreciates significantly over time. Ferrari ownership isn't just about driving. It can also be an investment. That exclusivity and limited production protect long-term desirability.